I hadn't expected Finding John Christmas to be quite as emotional as it was. I don't know why, because when I look at the marketing artwork for it in the description, it actually does kind of sound quite depressing. But I'm glad I wasn't aware of that, because I probably wouldn't have really watched it otherwise. And I'm glad I've seen it, because it was a good film. I don't like overly emotional films. I like films to escape so that I can go to a happy place. But Finding John Christmas was worth the emotions. This was released in 2003, directed by Andy Wolk, written by Michael J. Murray. And this is, as far as I understand it, featuring a recurring character, Max the Christmas Angel. Max is played by Peter Falk. And the description in IMDb says, Max the Christmas Angel returns in a new story as he attempts to reunite a fallen hero with his family and brings dreams back into the life of a nurse struggling to save her ER from being closed. So that nurse character is actually the sister of this fallen hero. To make a long story short, Hank, we believe this individual to be Hank, her long-lost brother. We believe he is this homeless man with a dog that this photographer takes a picture of. Quite quickly, there's something mysterious about this, because when he looks at the pictures, the Santa Claus to whom this homeless man was talking is not in the pictures. He's completely invisible. What's going on? I didn't expect that, and to be perfectly honest, having watched the film as they try and relocate this homeless man to see if it is this missing brother, to try and, get him help, reunite him with his family, I kind of felt like the whole invisible Santa thing was not necessary. I can see why they were doing it, a touch of Christmas magic, the mystery that surrounds that time of year. But I feel like it was a gimmick that detracted from the raw emotions that this film presented. But apart from that, I thought the narrative was very well developed, very emotional. I was genuinely invested in this homeless man and his dog, and, who they were, if they were who Kathleen, the nurse, thought they were, and ultimately whether or not we'd find him and be able to reunite him with his family, if he even wanted that. There is a suggestion that he may not even want that. Needless to say, this is not your jolly Christmas film full of candy canes and carols. It's a lot more, I guess, the embodiment of the true spiritual meaning of Christmas. It is an absolute delight to watch, but I'm not going to pretend that it's easy. I choked up multiple times, and there are some pretty dramatic things that happen. It's quite a roller coaster ride of emotions. I do recommend it. Not so much that I now feel like I need to go and watch all of the other Max the Christmas Angel films, but certainly if you are a fan of them and can recommend any, feel free. I will see if I can check it out. But ultimately, while I don't usually like emotional films, and specifically emotional Christmas films, I'm glad I was able to make an exception for Finding John Christmas, because it's a pretty powerful narrative.